Hi, welcome along to Arsenal Fan TV, and this is the aftermath. Hi, welcome along to the aftermath show in association with Mondo Goal. And if you haven't already been entering your Mondo Goal teams, get those teams entered. My team's been a bit faltering recently, but I'll give you more information on that later on. Let's talk about the game on Saturday. Arsenal 2, Newcastle United 1, and what a game, what a bipolar performance by Arsenal. First half, absolutely magnificent, passing the ball around, dominating the play. We were like the home team, got 2 goals, and then to be fair, we could have scored 4 or 5 in that first half. We were absolutely brilliant. And yet again, Olivier Giroud turning up with 2 big goals. He loves scoring against Newcastle. And listen, he's really proving himself at the moment as the real deal. I spoke to Newcastle and Arsenal legend before the game, Malcolm McDonald, and he said, listen, I don't understand why, people are not giving this guy more plaudits. He is a proper player. He's the real deal. And, you know, apart from that game against Monaco that we all know about, the first leg where he had an absolute nightmare, he's been excellent for us this season and has really bounced back from that game and was really, really good. And also, I thought there was very good performances by Gabriel Paulista, who I thought looked excellent and very comfortable when you consider he's only had a couple of games in an Arsenal shirt. To go into an intimidating place like St James's Park, I thought he was really, really good. And again, Francis Coquelin in that midfield. I mean, listen, if we would have bought Francis Coquelin in the January transfer window, everybody would be raving about him even more than now. I still hear a lot of fans saying, well, yeah, but. At the moment, the guy is producing the goods. He did drop off a little bit in the second half, especially after he got yet another bang in his nose. But he is really proving to be a key player at the moment for Arsenal. And listen, it was a great 3 points, particularly when you saw that Manchester United beat Liverpool, Manchester City won, this Chelsea, sneaked their win today. There's still a lot of pressure right up there at the top. And if for us to remain in contention to get in second place, I mean, because I really don't think we can get first place, but to get second place, third place, we got to win practically every single game. And it was really, really important. And Newcastle, not an easy place to go to. They beat Liverpool there. They beat Chelsea there, remember. So great 3 points for Arsenal. Let's get into your tweets and see what you guys had to say about the performance yesterday. Kicking off with Moad, he says, 3 big points, need to go the rest of the season unbeaten for any hope of the title. He's still hopeful of the title. Listen, you never know. You saw today with Chelsea how they nearly slipped up against Hull City, 2-0 up. Normally, if that had been earlier on in the season, that would have been game over. But yet still, Hull were able to pull 2 goals back. And, on another day, Chelsea could have dropped more points. It's going to be really, the pressure is really on Chelsea, on Manchester City, on us, and on Manchester United, Liverpool, Southampton, every team up there to win every single game. And Moed is spot on there. Bradley said it was a gritty performance. Bit unsure why we persist with Danny, though. He says final touch is always too heavy. And I know I have lots of debates with other fans. I really like Danny Welbeck. I love the guy. I think we need to give this guy a chance at Arsenal. He's his first season. And yes, there was a couple of heavy touches from him yesterday. But overall, again, I can see why Arsene Wenger always wants him in the team. His tracking back is brilliant. His work rate is brilliant. The way he takes on defenders, his pace. Listen, this guy is going to be a big player, in my opinion, for Arsenal. And I think the goals will come. And even though, he could have had a goal yesterday, if he'd have been a bit more composed in front of goal, he could have had a goal or 2 yesterday. But I still think it was a very good performance by him. And in time, I think we've got a top player there. Will Alex says Giroud is getting better with age. Doesn't rely on pace like many other strikers. That's because he ain't got any. John says, thought it was enough. Nice break now. We look tired, but 3 points is 3 points. Coquelin needs that nose looking at, he says. Definitely. A poor guy. Every week somebody bangs him in the nose. Ben says Ramsey had a shocker after a great midweek performance. Couldn't pick a pass and denied Giroud a hat-trick twice. It was a very poor performance by Aaron Ramsey, but I don't know, Ramsey, he's a bit like that. He'll always have those games every now and again. Listen, he wasn't his greatest of games, but still a very important player for us, I think, going into the running. Jake, Mind of Ramsey, says, Giroud, great once again. I don't care what people say. If Costa is world class, then so is Giroud. And he said Santi could do with a rest. Santi Cazorla looked absolutely knackered in that second half. He was out on his feet. It's quite right for Wenger to bring him off. Adam Arsell says Coquelin and Giroud both having brilliant seasons. It may mean that Arsenal doesn't need to address those areas in the summer. And he says, I hope not. Matthew Terzian says there was so tense in the second half, but at least we were able to hold on in games now. Ospina is definitely better than Szczesny. 2 good saves by Ospina again yesterday in that game. That one that where the ball was deflected and he kicked it away with his feet was absolutely unbelievable. And I can't see, I said it a while back, I can't see Szczesny getting back in for any of the Premier League games unless Ospina gets injured at the moment. It's his place to lose now. Harry Gallagher says, I thought Gabriel had a good game. Also, Ollie's showing he can do the business once more. NJGW says, a standard us away performance of late. We'll pay for it if we keep doing it. Welbeck was good, he says. Joseph Mabu, last man, says Chambers should not be allowed to play right back if Bellerin is fit. He is awful. Listen, I thought that Chambers did have a very dodgy first half. I thought he picked up a bit though in the second half, but he definitely does need to work on his game at the moment. Chambers, but he's a young guy, young player. He did used to play right back when he played at Southampton. A lot of people saying that they want to see him playing as a centre back. I think that's just because they see his size. I think he will become a good player. Yet again, we need to show patience with some of these players. His first season at Arsenal, and I think he's going to be all right. You know, let's have patience with Chambers. And last one there, Ahmed Mahmood says, very good first half, dropped in the second, important 3 points, happy for Giroud, proven to be one of the Premier League's best strikers. And his goal scoring record at the moment is absolutely unbelievable, and he's really, really doing the business for Arsenal. And listen, we've just got to keep winning and see where that takes us. We've got the international break now, and then we come back afterwards against Liverpool. Now, listen, 3 points against Liverpool would be absolutely massive for Arsenal, because not only would that sort of like knock Liverpool completely out of the top 4 picture in my view, and cement a chance of us being in that top 4. But again, it will keep the charge going for Arsenal. And that's what we want to do, keep the momentum going. And I just hope that with this international break coming up, that none of our players get injured. You know what it's been like in the past international break. We get 3-4 comeback looking dodgy. And I hope that they don't come back too injured. Talking about the international break, next week we're going to be at the Emirates. Next week, Sunday. Arsenal, Chile, who've got, of course, Alexis Sanchez playing Brazil, who've got Gabriel, who's going to be making his debut for Brazil. So we'll be down there, and I'm looking forward to seeing that one. I just hope the boys don't get injured. And as I said at the start of the show, don't forget to enter your team into our Mondo Goal League. Remember, if you enter into the Cash League, you've got a chance of winning cash. You can also play for free. It's great fun. You get £100 million to spend. As I say all the time, it seems easy, but it's not as easy as you think. I mean, I've been bombing out with my teams, but I'm really going to start studying it up a bit more to get a great team in there. And also, don't forget, you can check out AFTVstore.com for all our latest T-shirts, the new Wenger ones in there. That's been flying out. And don't forget to download our app at the App Store, Arsenal Fan TV. Listen, thanks very much for watching Arsenal Fan TV. Going into an international break now. I know it can be a bit boring. We all want to see our club week in, week out. But we'll be coming back straight after that. And then it's right into that run-in. Such an important time of year for Arsenal. Remember, we still got the FA Cup to play for as well. It could still end up being a pretty decent season.
Right up, keep going. Keep going. And it's all